Hello, my name is Barbara Rosenblatt. I teach memoir writing classes here in Tacoma Park and elsewhere. Let me tell you about my background. In 2000, I went for a master's degree in creative nonfiction writing at Goucher College. I also have a degree in education, and I spend time as an educator. As a memoir writing teacher, I hear many reasons for writing life stories. Most of my students want to write about their lives so that family members can have an understanding of them. One woman spent much of her professional life in other countries, and when her niece asked her what she'd done and where she'd lived, she wrote to answer that. Some students lived through well-known events and needed to tell about them. Two students wrote about their experiences living through hurricanes, one in Puerto Rico and one Hurricane Katrina. Some people write about how the evolution of civil rights in our country affected them personally and society as they viewed it. I've also taught younger folks who wanted to explore and preserve events or stories that happened to others in their families. A young man wrote about what he believed was a murder of a family member, still unsolved. I'm beginning to see a lot of writing, of course, about the COVID pandemic, and I expect more of that to emerge. This work is meaningful to me because people crave the ability to explore and tell their stories. It's exciting for me to watch these stories emerge. So what is memoir? Memoir is a true story. It's a work of narrative built directly from the memory of its writer with an added element of creative research. In memoir, the writer is the protagonist, the person to whom the event of the story happened, or at least an observer involved with the protagonist. It's not a full-life autobiography. It could be a story about some important event or period of one's life. It could be about a true story about just something that happened in life, a specific event that you experienced, a particular time of your life, a specific aspect of your life, such as travel through Asia, a struggle to overcome a bad habit, the impact on your own life of an outside event. I start my memoir writing classes with a 5-minute prompt. It could vary, but it helps to warm people up, and especially people who maybe aren't used to writing are amazed at what can come out in 5 minutes. Some of the interesting experiences in my recent classes have been, for example, working with a woman who's 99 years old. People are fascinated by some of the experiences she's lived through. She references writing about a time when Russia was not an adversary of the United States, for example. Another woman in our class, when she became an empty nester, decided to take up golf, even though she wasn't interested in it. Her friends pushed her, and she found she really liked it, and she wrote a very engaging piece about it. And I thought it was so well done that I suggested she send it out to AARP magazine, which she did. They ended up buying the piece from her and paying her $500 for it. Memoir writing can add purpose to your life, and it can be more fun than you would imagine.